This week, we're working on one of my favorite design elements of my apartment. Spring is here and it's time to revamp the skylight garden in my kitchen. Welcome to Designing the Dream.
Let me go, it's my time. Watch me build another life. Find another space, explore the world and find my place. Hope you find some peace of mind. Hope the night was worth your time. Threw my heart away, we won't see another day. We both know the score, we've been here once before. So many words unspoken, you took my heart, it's already broken. You don't have to wait, I can take the pain. I will surrender, let me go. It's a new adventure. On a new adventure.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Justin, and today we're taking a break on the bedroom to work on a project that I've been thinking about for a couple weeks now. One of my favorite parts of the kitchen, which was the first room that I tackled almost 2.5 years ago when I moved into this apartment, was this skylight. Now, I've always wanted a living wall of some kind. I love plants. One of my favorite things to bring life into an apartment, quite literally, is to put plants in the apartment. I have plants in almost every room of the house that will allow it. This skylight provides so much light in any time of the day. It's one of my favorite features about this. And because I've always wanted a living wall, I thought, why don't I have a living skylight? And so a couple years ago, I set about trying to accomplish that. I created a lattice that I put at the top of the skylight so that I could have stuff grow up and over it. All of the plants are planted in these containers that are plastic, one, because I didn't want something heavy above my head that could fall and hurt somebody. So they're really light containers that could come down and be easily switched out. But all of the containers are also self-watering, so that I don't have to get up there constantly to water them. I can put a good amount of water that'll drain to the bottom, but it has a system where the water will be held underneath and has little pieces of, it's like a nylon rope that run up through the soil, so the water is constantly being soaked back up through the soil. So there's a constant hydration that's happening up there, so I don't have to get up there like every single morning because they're getting direct sunlight. I don't want these plants to burn out. However, one of the things that I have noticed is that some plants are doing a lot better than other plants. Some plants I have completely given up on up there because they were just struggling from the get-go, and it was clear that they were just not in the right environment. So, the project I've wanted to tackle now that most of the rain is gone in LA, we're back to sunny days, spring is here, I want to completely refurbish this. Obviously, there's a lot of plants that are doing really, really well. I have a lot of pothos that are growing very well that I've had to keep trimming back so I don't hit my head constantly on them when I'm walking through. But there are plants that didn't do so well and didn't survive. So I need to take those out. I want to replant them, hopefully do plants that are a little bit more attuned to getting more sunlight. But I also want to keep that tropical feel, lots of greenery in there. So I think there are about 5 plants. There are a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13. There are a total of 20 plants above my head in my kitchen, which I love. There are, I think, about 5 of them that I need to find new plants, replant. So about a quarter of them total. So first things first, we want to get up there and take out the plants that we're going to replace completely, do a little bit of pruning on the other plant, then we can go to the nursery and see what we can find. before we start planting, let's do a little plant haul. Let's see what I got here. All right, so the first one I got was this. I loved that it kind of is a trailing plant, but it's not a pothos, which is a lot of the trailing plants that I have up here right now. I love also that it had a lot of, let's see if you can see it, had a lot of different colors and textures and stuff, and that the leaves were smaller. I thought it would add a lot of dimension, not to mention it would still give me a lot of length. I'm replacing the fern. I got a smaller one so it fits in the bucket, obviously. I really like the dimension that the fern gives and how far over like the branches reach. So I wanted to make sure I got another one, but I got a smaller one. The next one is I believe it's a rubber plant. I think that's what it's called. I really love this plant. I have one out on my patio. And it's growing so well. It gets a lot of natural sunlight and it's just like flourishing. This is a smaller one, and it's really dark. It's a lot darker than anything I have up there. I got one. This is also like one of the ones I have out in the front that has like a lot of yellow. It has a lot of color in it. I love the size of the leaves, and the one I have outside actually has a lot more color in this. This is just more greens and yellow. This one, I have one similar to it up there right now. It has a little bit more red in it than the one up there, but I loved that these are a really like narrow leaf. And I thought that would give a really cool definition, because I don't have a lot of like narrow leaves on there. They're a lot like bigger blooms. This one is a lot lighter than most of the other plants, which is what I kind of gravitated toward. I like that there's a lot of blooms on this right now, and there's a lot of growth on it, and I really love the texture of the leaves. This is kind of like my wild card one. This one has a lot of pink in it, but I just really, really loved it, and I thought, like, give me a little bit of color, but I really, really loved the pink and the red in this. I think this is gonna give just something really unique up there. So fingers crossed. All right, so that's it. Let's get these planted, and then we can start arranging how we want them to sit up there. do it for this week's episode, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.